I became blind when I was 11 years old. That was 30 years ago. I've grown up, adapted, and I've finally reached a point where I can be happy with my life. I finally feel like I'm in control again. Or at least I did, until this week. It all started on Monday. I had a horrible day at work. I'm a teacher, and the kids were rude, my boss was rude, and the weather was awful. It was just one of those days. After getting home, I was ready to leave it all behind and go to sleep. I walked in, drank a glass of water, and curled up in bed. But something didn't feel right. Something was wrong. I lay there for a few minutes before I realized what it was. My bed was warm when I got in, but only on one side, as if someone had just gotten out of bed moments before I entered the room. My mouth went dry. I stayed silent for several minutes listening. Eventually, I convinced myself that I was just imagining things, drank another glass of water, and went to sleep. The next day, after work, I got home and threw myself on the couch to watch TV. Yes, we blind people do that. With modern accessibility features, the scenes are described for us. It's like having a robot read the script for you. Strange at first, but it beats sitting in silence. Wasn't paying much attention to the TV when I noticed something else. I was feeling warmth. Nothing too intense, just a steady warmth coming from my right side. It took me a minute to realize that it was coming from a lamp on the table beside me. I never turn on the lights in my house. Why would I? I have bulbs and lamps in their sockets, but I never use them. Friends might use them when they come over. But that's it. No one had been in my house for over a month, and I definitely would have noticed the warmth from that lamp before if it had been on that long. I sit in that spot almost every day, turned the lamp off and tried to put it behind me. I listened to another episode of NCIS, heated my dinner in the microwave, and decided to go to bed. As I left the kitchen, I took 4 steps down the hall as usual and turned to enter my bedroom. Bam! I nearly broke my nose on the bedroom door. That's when I got scared. I never close my doors. I'm blind, and I live alone. I don't need the hassle of searching for doorknobs every time I enter or leave a room. Someone had been in my house. I hadn't been this scared since the day I woke up in the hospital 30 years ago, knowing that my entire life had just changed. I took my phone out of my pocket to call 911, but my hands were shaking with adrenaline, and I dropped it. I heard the phone hit the carpet and bounce off the baseboard, so I fell to my knees and started searching for it. 5 seconds later, and I still hadn't found it. Had it bounced farther than I thought? I swear I heard it hit the baseboard right by my feet. Slowly, I expanded my search, crawling along the hallway, arms stretched out in front of me, trying to scour as much of the carpet as I could. Nothing. Tears began to fill my eyes. I sat for a moment, calmed myself, took a deep breath, and restarted my search. I only had a few square feet of space to search, just the space in front of the laundry room door and the guest bedroom door. It wasn't a long hallway. I crawled, scraping my arms on the carpet, when the tip of one of my fingers brushed against something solid in the middle of the floor. Finally, I crawled a few more inches and let my hand fall where I felt something solid. There was nothing there. Confused, I crawled a few more inches and tried again. Nothing. I crawled a few more inches and reached out once more. This time, my right hand fell on something too big to be a phone. Gently, I rubbed my hand over the surface. It was cold and dry, almost fleshy. I realized what it was when it moved under my hand. I had grabbed someone's foot.